Girl, if only you knew what it took for me to get here.
Flashback.
Just watch the video, you'll find out.
Change is inevitable.
Girl, I plan to talk to y'all directly, and I'm never vulnerable like this on my channel, let alone on camera. But God had other plans for me. My husband is out playing golf and my kids are at school. I don't know why the silence made my anxiety skyrocket, but it did. And I've been dealing with my anxiety for the past few months. So I decided to play some gospel music because I know anxiety is not of God. Put on my Shekinah glory ministry, praise is what I do. And I was fine until I wasn't. Girl, the waterworks started flowing and the release came. Mind you, I have had this horrible pain in my neck and shoulder since November. And it was like in an instant, it was gone. It made me drop to my knees and cry harder because only God. It was like he took the spirit of anxiety right off of me. And noticing that pain relief immediately made me realize how important God is in my life. So I say all this to say, no matter what you're going through, turn to God. He will give you supernatural healing that will literally just take away all that is not of him. And then he will fill you with his glory. Woo, child. It was really needed. But now that that has been released, friend, let's get into the tutorial. All right, so I'm going to the Morphe Flickering Sands palette. Each shade that I use will be put on the screen in the order that I use them. We all know that Morphe has some bomb eyeshadow palettes, so there's not much of a review that needs to happen here, especially if you watch my last video on my Ulta Beauty haul. Don't worry, friend, I linked it here. I'm building this look up gradually, starting with a soft transition shade, blending her out real smooth into the crease. Then I'm deepening that outer corner just a bit to give the eye some dimension. Nothing too dramatic. Honestly, this eyeshadow look isn't even going to be a part of my routine. I really just wanted to try it out and see how much I truly love this palette. But nevertheless, still an elevated glam and an elevated routine. And I'm really taking my time blending because blending is what makes you look like you know what you're doing. We're not rushing. We're diffusing, we're softening, we're marrying the shades together. Okay. Next up, to finish the eyes, we're going to put on my go-to lash glue first. We're going to put that on the lash line. And once that dries down clear, we're going to go in with the Kiss Look extensions in the style Velvet. Also, you should always be trimming your lashes to fit your lash line. They shouldn't be so far into the inner corners of your eyes because for one, that's super uncomfortable, or maybe it's just me. Secondly, they shouldn't hang off the outer corners of your eyes either because it'll give a way down look on your eye and it's not going to be complimenting it overall. So trim those lashes, friend. Once those are on, I just pinch them together with my natural lashes with my tweezers and let them do what they do. Velvet is such a soft glam lash, but she still gives drama. She's balanced. We love her. Go get her. Now let's get into this base routine. I already moisturized my face prior with the Aveeno Positively Radiant Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer. Yes, oily skin girls, you still need to moisturize. Then I went in with the e.l.f. Matte Power Grip Primer for obvious reasons because as an oily skin girl, we want matte but hydrated skin. That's what makes the base so smooth. Matte but hydrated, not dry, not cakey, balanced. So we're mixing the old with the new here. I dabble back and forth with my concealers from time to time, and today we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Honey in my T-zone areas. She did scare me a little bit because I was like, ooh, baby, when did you get this bright? Maybelline, come to the front. Did you change the formula? I'm gonna ask you again. Then I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer in the shade 22.5 in for some under eye brightness. Now I know you're probably like, friend, Imani girl, that first one was already bright. As a stay-at-home mom, student, wife, and businesswoman, I need to cover up these dark circles in these Mommy Chanel bags. Okay, so we're layering strategically, and I'm going to blend it out with my go-to setting brush by Real Technique. And I'm going to buff out the edges first and then work my way into this brighter shade. That way she is controlled and still giving full coverage. Next up, I was actually excited for this and I'm so glad I picked her up. This is the Made by Mitchell in the group Medium. I use Sweet Cheeks for the blush because I am a pink girly when it comes to my blush. Y'all know this. Baby doll pink me. It's a girl. Congratulations me down. And then to warm up my face, I went in with the caramel chisel on my cheekbones, forehead, and my nose. I'm actually really loving the cream product base because it literally melts into my skin. And we all know we love a good skin-like finish, especially when you layer correctly. It's literally chef's kiss. Now for my foundation, of course, we're going to use my beauty brand, Timeless Beauty. I am in the shade Ebony Elegance in the deep group, and we're going to put her under the cheekbones, and whatever is left on that brush, marry everything together. And I love this part because it's like everything just starts making sense. The dimension is there, the coverage is there, the glow is there without being greasy. Now to further this union, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Life Proof Continuous Setting Mist more than a few times, because one thing I'm going to do is make sure that makeup is sitting. We're gonna press her in with the brush after we fanned her off a little bit. You still want her a little damp, just not overly damp, okay? The goal is to lock in that setting spray with the base. Now to set, I'm going to go in with the Beauty Bakery setting powder in the shade Translucent Oat, and I'm gonna be putting her everywhere I put my concealer. For pressing, not swiping, just pressing. Then for blush, we're back again with the Juvia's Place Volume 4 Blushed Rogue palette. Once again, now I love me some Congratulations, It's the Girl Pink. So I layer her on first, and then I went in with her sister to make her pop some more and brought her slightly under my eye. Blush under the eye, yes ma'am, it ties everything together and it just gives like the ultimate feminine look. Now I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation in the shade 332 to calm down that brightness under my eye. And also I brought her on top of my foundation to set it. Then I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place bronzer in the group Tan. I use the lighter one to build the warmth, and then the darker shade to define it by focusing the darker one on the perimeter of my hairline and in the divots of my cheekbones. We're sculpting, but softly, nothing harsh. There goes that setting spray again. You thought I was unspraying? No ma'am. We're melting powders into creams. That's how you avoid the cakey look. Now for my lips, I went in with the Morphe Signature Lip Pencil in the shade Rock Steady. This is a cool tone lip liner. Shout out to our girl Aaliyah J for always dropping the makeup gems. Then I went over my Cupid's bow in my bottom lip with ColourPop's Mocha Latte So Juicy Lip Liner Pencil. And for my lipstick, I went in with the Nubian Sand by Juvia's Place and just slightly tapped her on because she doesn't need much work to be put in. She's a very vibrant girly. Lastly, I went over my lip combo with the Lawless Beauty Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Daisy Pink. If you've been here a while, then you know this lip gloss is my ultimate fave. And then also I'm just a gloss girly. Gloss just completes the look. She seals the deal. And now we're here, the finished look. This is my go-to makeup routine with updated new makeup products that I know for a fact are going to be staples in my routine here in 2026. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Come and chat with me in the comments, and of course subscribe, become a homegirl. I've been eating a vent to y'all, and I'm sure y'all been eating a vent too. Thanks for tuning in, friend. I will see you in next week's video.